Welcome to the AI for Technical Writers podcast. This is episode 111. I'm Fred.
And I'm Daphne.
It's great to have you with us.
Good to be here. And today we're looking at something, well, frankly, quite alarming. It's a case study that anyone involved in professional documentation, especially technical or compliance writing, really needs to pay attention to.
That's right. We're talking about a major incident involving Deloitte Australia. They delivered a high-cost assurance report to the government, or $440,000, so about $290,000 US dollars. And it turned out to be, well, filled with significant errors generated by AI.
Yeah, errors like fabricated legal citations and non-existent academic sources. It's quite the story.
And this topic came to us via our producer, senior technical writer, Curt Robbins. He flagged it as crucial for our audience.
Absolutely. And we're drawing on several reports to understand this. There's Rod McGurk's piece for AP News from late 2025.
Okay.
An ABC News Australia video transcript covering the initial story, and then follow-ups by Krishani Danji in The Guardian and Bhavya Sukeja for Trending, both from early October 2025.
So quite a bit of coverage on the fallout.
Definitely. And for you, listening as a technical writer or maybe an IT professional, the core issue here is documentation integrity. Think about it. The reports that justify system designs or compliance frameworks, they have to be accurate. This case shows what happens when that trust breaks down because of AI.
Okay, so let's set the stage. What was this project exactly?
Well, Deloitte Australia was brought in by the Department of Employment and Workplace Relations. Let's just call them the department. They needed an independent assurance review.
An independent review. And that price tag, AU $440,000, suggests it was pretty important work.
Extremely. The review focused on the department's compliance framework and, more specifically, the IT system they use to automate welfare penalties. We're talking about the system managing job seeker obligations, so it directly affects people's lives. Very sensitive stuff.
And before the AI problems even surfaced, the report itself made waves, didn't it? It had a pretty critical core finding.
It did. It found the IT system was fundamentally, and I quote, driven by punitive assumptions of participant non-compliance.
Punitive assumptions. That's a strong statement about a government IT system.
It really is. And think about the implications for technical documentation. A finding like that should trigger changes to system requirements, user guides, policy docs. The accuracy of that initial report is the bedrock. If the foundation is flawed, everything built on it is shaky. That $440,000 report needed to be rock solid.
But it wasn't. And the problems weren't just minor issues, leading us to this concept of AI hallucination.
Right. And interestingly, Deloitte didn't catch these errors themselves. It took an external academic, Dr. Christopher Rudge from the University of Sydney, to spot them.
He found around 20 errors initially and went to the media.
That's right. He flagged serious issues in this 237-page document.
So maybe let's quickly define hallucination in this AI context. It's not just getting something wrong, is it?
No, it's more insidious. It's when the AI, the large language model, basically invents information. It makes things up, citations, quotes, facts, to sound plausible and complete the task, but it's not based on actual data. It's filling gaps with fiction.
Fiction, that sounds convincing, though.
Exactly. And the errors Dr. Rudge found were, well, devastating for a report like this. He found a completely fabricated quote, supposedly from a federal court judgment.
Wait, they made up a quote from a judge in a compliance review.
Yes, they misreferenced the Deanna Amato v. Commonwealth case. As Dr. Rudge put it, that's essentially misstating the law, a huge error.
Wow, okay. What else?
References to academic research papers that just don't exist.
Don't exist, like fake titles and authors.
Precisely. Some were wrongly attributed to real professors at respected universities, Sydney Uni, even Lund University in Sweden. Dr. Rudge mentioned one fake book title sounded completely preposterous.
That's incredible. How would a technical reviewer even catch that without meticulously checking every single source?
It's incredibly difficult. You need rigorous verification. And Dr. Rudge made another really sharp observation. When Deloitte corrected the report, they sometimes replaced a single fake reference not just by removing it, but by adding several new, supposedly real references to back up the original claim.
Implying the original claim might not have had any solid backing. It was just AI filler.
That's the strong implication, yes. It really highlights the danger of using AI for sourcing evidence, especially for legal or academic claims in critical documents. Human verification isn't optional there.
It sounds like these weren't just footnotes gone wrong. It cut much deeper.
Absolutely. These kinds of errors are poison to compliance and regulatory work.
Let's take a brief break for a special message from our producer, Curt Robbins.
Hi, this is Curt Robbins. First, thanks for listening. I truly appreciate your support. I want to let you know that I'm currently accepting new clients. My rates are affordable, and I have more than 25 years of experience working for enterprise companies like Microsoft, Northrop Grumman, Oracle, PNC Bank, FedEx, USAA, and Wells Fargo, among many others. If you want to improve your IT documentation and communications, hire me. I deliver fast, know how to use AI to improve efficiency and accuracy, and love going the extra mile to satisfy my clients. Thank you for subscribing and listening. Back to you, Daphne and Fred.
Welcome back to the AI for Technical Writers podcast. Okay, so before the break, we covered the shocking discovery of fabricated sources in the Deloitte report, fake quotes, non-existent papers. What happened next? What was the fallout?
Well, the immediate response was, naturally, damage control. Deloitte agreed to give a partial refund.
A partial refund. How much?
They repaid the final installment due under the contract, and they had to re-upload the corrected 237-page report. Crucially, this new version included a disclosure.
Admitting they used AI. What did it say?
Yes. It specifically acknowledged using Azure OpenAI GPT-4o. And interestingly, it noted this was used as a tool chain licensed by the department itself, hosted on the department's own systems.
So this wasn't just one consultant messing around. It sounds more like an approved integrated tool.
It certainly suggests a level of institutional use, which makes the lack of oversight perhaps even more concerning.
But even with the refund and the correction, Deloitte seemed to stand by the report's main conclusion.
It did. Their official line was that fixing the references and footnotes didn't impact the substantive content, findings, and recommendations.
The department spokesperson apparently agreed, saying the substance was okay.
That was the public stance, yes.
Now, hold on. As someone working with documentation, that statement raises a flag for me. If your evidence, your citations are fabricated, how can you confidently say the substance is unaffected? Aren't they intrinsically linked in this kind of work?
That's the critical question, isn't it? In assurance reviews, in compliance documentation, the substance is built on verifiable evidence. Saying the conclusion is right, even though the proof was faked, well, it asks for a leap of faith. Our job in technical communication is about clarity and accuracy based on facts, laws, data, not faith. A finding is only as strong as the evidence supporting it.
I guess that explains why the criticism from some quarters was so harsh. Senator Deborah O'Neill had some choice words, didn't she?
Oh, she didn't hold back. She called it a human intelligence problem at Deloitte.
A human intelligence problem?
Wow. And she framed the partial refund as just a partial apology for substandard work.
She also made that pretty provocative comment comparing the cost to just getting a ChatGPT subscription, right?
Exactly. Suggesting agencies might be better off doing that than paying huge consulting fees for potentially AI-generated, error-filled reports. It really questions the value proposition.
That really cuts to the chase, doesn't it?
It does. And it leads us straight to the big takeaway for technical writers, for IT teams, for anyone creating critical documentation. This whole incident powerfully demonstrates generative AI is useful, it can draft, it can summarize, it can help structure things, but
it's not a tool for ensuring factual accuracy or compliance, especially with sources.
Precisely. It cannot be relied upon for evidentiary sourcing or verification. That part absolutely requires human intelligence, human checking, rigorous validation.
So maybe use it to get a first draft of a system description, perhaps?
Essentially.
But when you need to cite the specific regulation that dictates a feature, or the legal precedent for a compliance rule, or the study backing up a methodology, that's got to be human work.
100%. This AU $440,000 mess proves the risk. Relying on an LLM for citations can lead straight to fiction. Documentation integrity, technical integrity requires factual integrity, and that needs a human in the loop.
Which leaves us with a challenging question for you, the listener. Deloitte and the government client claimed the substance of the report remained sound, even with fake citations. So where do you draw the line? If the conclusion is supposedly right, does it matter if the evidence presented was, well, made up by an AI? How much does citation integrity matter if the substance holds?
Does that claim devalue rigorous documentation? It certainly forces a hard look at risk tolerance when using these powerful AI tools for critical work.
Something to definitely think about. Thank you for listening to the AI for Technical Writers podcast, where we help you get smarter than your competition. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. We'll see you next week.